Beating yourself up because your demo reel and resume were rejected by a wrestling organization? Your old pal Mike is here to set things straight and put you on the path to success. I'm Mike Quackenbush, and this is Till We Make It. Right here on my channel, I make videos for fellow professional wrestlers at every single stage of their careers. And I do this because when I was just starting out, I didn't have a mentor to guide me, nor did I have a coach to teach me. And the result of that was I made tons of mistakes, and just about every pitfall on the road in front of me, I fell right into head first. I don't want that to be your fate. And I don't want lack of access to veteran wisdom, knowledge, or experience to be the reason you fail to achieve your ultimate career goal. That's why this is here. And as much information as I share on this YouTube channel every Wednesday and Friday, there's even more pro wrestling content over on my Patreon. There's a link down below in the descriptus. You can join our community for as little as $5 a month, just like this great gang of people have. There you get access to an exclusive video each and every week. There's more than 75 of them waiting there right now, plus essays, book excerpts, podcasts, all kinds of content that you will never see here on the channel. Plus, you can be part of our private Discord chat, where it's easy for us to stay in communication with one another. Follow the link down below in the descriptus. We would love to have you join us. Today, there's a really important idea I want to load onto your hard drive about facing rejection when your demo reel, your resume, your application fails you in terms of opening a door into a wrestling company. You need to remember, in these instances, they aren't rejecting you. What they are rejecting is your demo package, your wrestling resume. But these are things which can be updated. These are things which can be modified. They can even be tailored directly to the person who receives them. Of course, it's disappointing when you get that rejection notice, and maybe they're willing to take another look at you 6 months from now or a year from now. I want to walk you through my 3-step process right now to ensure you get better results on your second attempt. Step number 1. Minimize the negative self-talk. Limit it to 30 seconds so you can get it out of your system and move on. And this one is a real challenge for me because my internal monologue trends extremely negative. I'm constantly telling myself what an idiot I am, what a complete failure that I am. I am overridden with negative self-talk. And you know what? That stuff isn't helpful. So give yourself 30 seconds if you need to. If you gotta pout, if you gotta beat yourself up, you gotta do a little negative self-talk, get it out of your system, but 30 seconds is it. It doesn't take over an hour, it doesn't ruin your whole day or your week. 30 seconds is it. Step number 2. How shall I put this one? Choose which wreath to hang on your door. You know what I mean by this? Let's say a wrestling organization puts out an open call for demo packages, and they get 50 from that open call, but they're only going to hire 2 people. So there are 50 doors in front of them they could walk through, but we know they're only going to walk through 2. And yes, behind those doors, there might be some amazing features. It's fantastic that you speak 4 languages. It's remarkable that you are a trained circus acrobat. I think it's fantastic that you were once Miss Teen USA, but you only get to hang 1 wreath on your door to get them to walk through. And that means you gotta know what your strongest selling point is. Whatever your strongest selling point is, that's the wreath you need to hang on your door. That is the thing you must feature most prominently in your demo package. You've got 1 chance to attract their business. You gotta get them to come to your door. So hang the right wreath. Consider very carefully your strongest selling point. And yes, behind that door, there might be tons of other details, values that you contribute to an organization, but you can't present them all. you've got one chance to get them to take a deeper look at you, so you better mastermind which wreath you hang on your door. Step number 3. Tailor your demo package to the person who will receive it. So maybe with that rejection notice you got, they told you, we'll take a look at you again in 6 months or a year. Well, in those intervening months, you're going to unleash your inner detective, and you're going to study the person who is going to receive that next demo from you. Are you able to hunt down interviews that they've given or podcasts that they've appeared on? What can you discover about their interests, their preferences, their priorities? Maybe while doing this research, this due diligence, you discover that the person who's going to receive your demo package, they love traveling up and down the road with Jonathan Gresham. And as it turns out, 6 weeks from now, you are booked in a match against Jonathan Gresham. Well, guess what? If I were you, I would reorganize my next demo package to prominently feature clips from that match based on what you just learned. In doing so, you are tailoring your demo package to the person who will receive it. Maybe you discover that the person who will receive your demo package was trained in part by Lance Storm, and you are trained by Lance Storm as well. Well, if I were you, I would reorganize my wrestling resume to feature that name very prominently. Maybe even get Lance to agree to be a professional reference for you. That will maximize your chances of grabbing attention and finding success with the person who will receive your next demo. If you discover that the intended recipient of your demo package and resume grew up in Mexico City attending the Friday night shows at Arena Mexico, well, if I were you, I would more prominently feature the parts of my game that are influenced by Lucha Libre, because when they watch those videos, those elements are going to pop out to someone who grew up on the Lucha Libre form as opposed to American professional wrestling. And that too is tailoring your demo to the recipient. The more well-researched this aspect of your game is before you send your next demo package, the greater your odds of success. And maybe your second attempt is the one that opens the door, but maybe not. A friend of mine went through this whole routine 5 times with the WWE before she got a serious look from them and ended up being signed. And if there's a lesson in that, I think it's this. You only truly fail when you stop trying. Rejection isn't failure, it's just a setback. Everything else, they are just setbacks, and setbacks are not the same as failure. That's why we have 2 separate words for them. If you need help building your demo package from the ground up, come on, you know I have a video on the channel about that. It's appearing over here right now. And I want to shout out a couple of my awesome patrons. So thanks, Felipe. Thanks, Howard. Thanks, Nicholas. And if you want to add some of my weapons to your arsenal, grab my toolbox, Building Better Pro Wrestling. This book is available over on Amazon.com or the audiobooks on Audible.com.